everyone, I'm Lisa Renee Jones, and this is Diego Harrison, my fiance. And this is a very casual conversation about the journal that we found in a storage unit during the 8 years that we were auction hunting that inspired my Inside Out series, which has now been optioned to cable TV. Lots of readers are interested in the unit, or actually in the journal itself that was in the unit that inspired the series. But I think from an auction hunting standpoint, the really exciting part about this story is the dollar unit that Diego managed to snag while he was at a day of auctions, right?
Right. It was the first auction stop on a long day of auctions. You know how whenever you go to an auction, there's going to be companies that have auctions for the whole day, usually about half an hour between each stop. So this was the first one, and my friend and I, Alex, were there.
Alex, who bought every unit. Right.
Yeah.
Every unit. I hated for him to go to auctions with Alex because he spent so much more money.
Yeah, he did influence my bidding a little bit.
A lot.
Okay, so I bought more units, probably like, 5 or 6 more than I would have otherwise, but, we never know. Maybe I would have bought more, but he did influence, and that goes to show you that friends or people you go with will influence your bidding. They kind of whisper in your ear, go for this one, go for that one. And he did to me, and I did. I bought more. But this unit, this day, it was the first one. And typically when that happens, people tend to bid more conservatively on the first stops. And luckily that was the case with this one. It was the first unit. They opened the door. We got to peek in. And the first thing I saw was, oh my goodness, the kiss of death, which was the sofa sleeper. Everybody knows that's done auctions that those are heavy, they don't sell, so they're trash. So it's heavy trash, and nobody wants to deal with that. And the other thing I saw, which was the number 2 kiss of death, was washer and dryer. They usually don't work, so they're another potential trash item, which is heavy.
And even if they do work, they aren't worth a lot of money.
No, they're definitely not worth the time.
And just so that you know where we're coming from, we didn't have a store when we were buying and selling. Lots of people who go to the auctions, they do have stores, so they bid knowing that they have a place for long-term turnaround. They also, those people who have stores, they had trucks and attachments and things. We had to rent a U-Haul every single time that we bought a unit. So we had to calculate in that cost.
Right, exactly. While I'm bidding, I had to take that into consideration, how much money it was going to cost, or time, rather, for us to pack the unit, get the U-Haul, and take it back to our place. And then go through it and find what was good, what was trash, what was sellable on eBay.
Time was everything.
Right, yeah, big time. Time was money. And I learned that through storage auctions, that time is money. So, it was the first unit. The only thing I saw that was, actually, I didn't see anything that was worth money. But some other guys were talking about some fishing rod that was there that was worth money. And I don't fish, so I didn't know anything about that. So nobody bid on that unit. The auctioneer started the bid off at about maybe $100.
Let me stop you though, because a lot of times you would call me on the phone. He went to the auctions, I didn't. We were a team, and we had our different things we did when we auction hunted. But he would call me and go, hurry up, look up this up on eBay, So we'd be searching things, trying to figure out what was worth money while he was trying to make a quick bid. In this case, he didn't call me about the fishing rod, though.
Right, because I didn't know what to tell her about it. So there was a lot of rumblings going on. The auction started off at a modest $100, which even back then that was still a low starting bid, $100. But anybody that knows about bidding, you don't even bid on the first auctioneer bid. You wait till he goes lower. So $100, nobody bid. 75, nobody bid. 25, nobody bid. 50, nobody bid. Well, vice versa. And then finally $1, and nobody bid. So he closed the auction unit and asked for the signatures, which is typical for any auction company, to ask for a signature, 1, maybe 3 signatures as a witness for a no sale. So then after that, and I think I was one of the signatures for a no sale.
And miraculously, Alex did not bid on that.
Right.
Even though it was $1.
Yeah,
because he snatched up everything.
He did not bid, and none of the regulars bid, even though they were the ones talking about the $50 or $75 fishing rod.
And Alex, like, his yard looked like Sanford and Son. He literally bid on everything. He didn't care what his yard looked like. He didn't care where he had to put it. We considered space. Alex considered nothing besides, I want the unit.
Right, and he, quickly got a reputation for the guy that would you don't bid against. If he started bidding, it was pointless because he was going to keep going no matter what.
He didn't even care if it really made logical sense. He was just going to bid, and that's something that you go up against. Is you have these people who will bid just because they feel competitive. They want to be the one who gets the unit, and Alex was that guy.
Yeah, Alex wanted to be the man,
yeah.
And he was the man. Anybody knew that when Alex showed up to an auction, he was going to bid. So, and it was pointless to bid against him.
But newbies, when you're a newbie, that's one of the reasons why when you're a newbie, you should wait and learn the process before you start going crazy bidding. Because there are people like Alex at every auction. At a lot of the auctions, that they'll bid. They don't care. They don't care if it's really worth it. They're just going to take the luck of the draw and go for it. But anyway, he didn't even bid for this dollar unit, which was crazy.
Yeah, not only that, he didn't communicate with me that he was interested or not interested in the unit. So I don't know how to put it, but it was weird. The auction, the unit didn't make me want to bid while it was being auctioned off, but as soon as he closed the door, all of a sudden the unit looked like something I had to have. So I walked up to the auctioneer and I told him that I wouldn't mind having it for $1. And at the same time that I did, there was another regular that, or maybe two, I think it was two regulars that walked up behind me and also showed interest, but he was a stand-up guy. And he told everybody else, well, no, Diego wants the unit for $1.
You mean the auctioneer?
Yeah. He wants for $1, so it's his. And nobody else can bid on it. So it was mine for $1. And luckily, it turned out to be a gold mine, not just because of what happened with the journal and all the influence it had on Lisa's story, but because it had the collectibles. Not only, the sleeper couch did turn out to be a trash item, and also the washer and dryer. But there was another couch there that turned out to be a very valuable item. It was a 70s type item.
It was yellow. It was horrible.
Okay, it wasn't yellow. It was baby crap brown.
Whatever it was, it reminded me of the couch we had from Goodwill when I was growing up. It was horrible. And I don't know why, but I said, let's put it on eBay. And he thought I was insane.
Yeah.
I thought he was insane for buying the dollar unit. He thought I was insane for putting it on eBay. But wow, we had people go crazy over that couch.
Yeah, I put it on eBay because she made me. Otherwise, I would never have done it. And she convinced me, and we did it. And
it had a rip. It had a huge rip.
Yeah, it did have a tear on it, and it was baby crab brown, but she called it 70s yellow. And it quickly got attention, and people asked us off of eBay if we could sell it off eBay. And somebody convinced us for a good price. And
lots of people wanted it, though.
Yeah, and they hired their own movers.
From another state.
And that was crazy all by itself. So this unit had that couch. It also had collectible Barbies that were still in the box.
Which
I didn't see.
No, he didn't think they were even valuable, but you can see it when you open the unit because they were all boxed up.
And I'm a collector, and I just didn't think people collected Barbies. I guess that's the guy in me. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I snatched up those Barbies, though, and there were maybe 10 of them, right?
There was a lot of them.
Yeah, there were at least 10. It was a holiday season, which made it even better. But they were all worth at least $40. I think a few of them went for over $100. So this was $1 unit. We were really, really fortunate. So we thought we'd done very well with this unit all the way around. But then came the day that day he came home, he had like 3 units. There was just piles of stuff that went in our already full garages. I mean, they were literally piled to the ceilings. And so he got sick. Which he never gets sick.
Yeah, I got the flu.
He never gets sick.
That was out of the ordinary, and that's when I picked up the journal that I had found in that unit, $1 unit. I started reading it, and I kept telling Lisa, you need to write a story about it, some way to find the journal.
It's sexy and someone dies or turns into a zombie.
Right.
Because everybody has to turn into a zombie.
My first idea was about a vampire, but that was, I don't know. I love vampires. But anyway, so that's how I found the journal, and Lisa...
Actually, what happened was I was sitting on the couch writing while he laid there saying, "Oh my God, she's pregnant. Oh my God, somebody died next door," which really actually was in the journal. Somebody died next
Yeah, the
door.
stories of the journal just came out, and I mean they were very interesting. Somebody's life, and
Actually, I didn't think they were that interesting at the time. He has proven to me that he has the ability to nag beyond belief. I mean, this went on for years. I mean, literally, we found that journal, or he found the journal many years before I wrote the story. But I think one of the things that made the story so exciting was that because he planted the seed and made me think about it and think about it and think about it, I learned those characters and knew them very well by the time I wrote them. But yeah, that was our dollar unit, which was turned out to be life changing. Um, as I think so did auction hunting for us.
yeah, it was an event, a part of our lives that changed our lives, and we would
Yeah.
never change.
And so, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing some videos just like this. Obviously, very informal. We are not experts at making videos, but we're going to talk about our experiences. Things like how we got into doing, record albums and what's valuable and what's not valuable, and all the things that we learned by trial and error. And we hope that you'll enjoy that and that'll keep you from doing all the trial and error because we definitely did a lot of trial and error.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so we'll see you next time. And thanks, everyone.
Thanks.